guys, it's Belle. So today I'm going to be doing my hair care routine video. It's mainly going to be the products that I use for my natural curls, and obviously in my last video I spoke about how I was really unwell, and when I was really unwell and my skin was bad, my hair really thinned out. And now I feel like I'm at a place that I can talk about all the products that have really helped get my hair back to its old state and how it was years ago. My mum trimmed my hair the other day, so it feels really nice and healthy. But yeah, I'm just going to basically, it's mainly for my curly hair and the products that I use for my curly hair and my natural curly hair, because whenever I have my hair like this, or I've uploaded a picture to Instagram or anything like that, I do get a lot of girls reaching out just asking what products I use basically. And I know if you are a curly haired gal how hard it can be to get your naturally defined curls looking good and not frizzy. It's taken me a while to feel like I'm at a good enough place to be able to speak or just give advice on the curly hair. But yeah, I'm just going to be going through shampoo and conditioner. I'm going to be talking about a little scalp massage oil sort of mixture that I've been using recently, and I really think that has stimulated a lot of hair growth and just made my hair look really shiny and healthy. But yeah, I'm just gonna get straight into it basically. So a brand that I love that is vegan and cruelty free is Maria Nila. It's a Swedish brand, I think, but it smells amazing. So my sister, actually, I showed my sister this brand and she did some research and found that if you use the heel shampoo and the soft conditioner, it's like a really good match and pair for your hair, and I love this. I always feel like whenever I use this brand, especially when I wash my hair and brush it, I can really tell the difference than just using a really cheap brand. A lot of the time I know people say like, oh, it doesn't matter what shampoo or conditioner you use, but I feel like if you want to look after your hair, I think, and you want to kind of restore it, I think it is important that you need to bear in mind that you're probably going to have to spend a bit more on that you averagely do on hair products if you want to see a difference. These aren't too expensive. I can't remember the price range, I will leave it in the description. But this isn't too expensive, but also bear in mind, like I did just say, if you do want to see an improvement in your hair, it probably is worth spending a little bit more money on the products that you want to use to see a difference. So I found this Shea Moisture brand, this brand, so it's all minging and got hairs on it. But this is a strengthen and restore styling lotion. So when I have done like my shampoo and conditioner and my hair's wet and I've brushed it out, the first thing I'll do when I get out the shower is just wrap my hair up in a towel to get the excess moisture out. And then what I've done for ages now is use this. I just spray it in the palm of my hand. It smells unreal, by the way. Whenever I put this in my hair, all my family are like, oh, it smells so good, and it's my hair. But it smells like marshmallows and cupcakes. It's just unreal. So I put a bit of this into the palm of my hand, and then it's kind of like a thick cream, and then when you rub it in, it starts to go a bit tacky. So it's kind of like a styling cream. Well, actually, yeah, it's a styling lotion, so that's why it goes a bit tacky. But that is really what helps to define my curls and stop it from going, just really eliminate the frizz. As you can see, like I've not touched my hair with a wand or anything like that. I've not put any oils in my hair. I've literally just, this is just my straight natural curls once they've air dried. And obviously with it being sunny, I was sat in the garden before whilst it was air drying, and I think when it does dry in the sun, it does kind of go like beachy waves, like you're on the beach. So I'm thankful for this weather at the moment, but if not and I'm just chilling inside, it will still do the same. So I'll use that as like a styling cream, and I've used that for ages now, and I don't think I'll use any other brand. Is it vegan and cruelty free? Yeah, it's definitely cruelty free. And you can see on the side here, might not focus, but it's got no sulfates, which is really important because I think the sulfates are what is quite damaging for your hair. It's got no parabens, no, I don't know how to say that, no phthalates, no paraffins, no mineral oils, and no synthetic colours. And I think it is so important, especially when you are looking to buy shampoos and conditioners, to try and avoid sulfates, because that is really damaging for your hair. And when I was researching online, I also found the same brand, their shampoo and conditioner. So this is a strengthen and restore shampoo, and then the strengthen and restore conditioner. And I used this yesterday, or was it today? Yeah, I used this yesterday, I think. No, actually, it was today, yeah, sorry. I used this today to wash my hair. They both smell unreal again. The sulfate free and colour free, which again is really important. I know I keep saying that, but it is really important. And a little bit of this goes a long way. I know you tend to think with curly hair you need to use a lot of conditioner, but sometimes, especially if you're not just leaving it in your ends, it can go up into your root, and that can clog your root, like the, what's it called, your scalp. That can clog your scalp and then cause your hair to be more greasy, so then you'll have to wash it more, and that's when your hair can go really, really dry. So another tip is obviously not over washing your hair. Another tip as well is not to over purple shampoo your hair. That is so important. So I went through a phase of, it was this brand actually, it was Maria Neela, and I still have it. This range, it's got a purple shampoo obviously, and then it's got the purple conditioner to match it. And I'm not saying that that was the only thing that damaged my hair, but the thing is with purple shampoo, if you're not getting it toned professionally, because it obviously is like a mini toner for the blondes when it goes brassy in between, obviously getting it done, the hair underneath is gonna stay quite warm, and then it's gonna obviously be more focused on the top when you shampoo. When you purple shampoo in the top layers of your hair. So what was happening with my hair was the top was going really, really almost lilac sometimes, and the bottom was staying kind of just normal. So it looked like I had two different colours going through my hair, but it wasn't in a good way like it is now. So I balayage my hair. I go to a girl in Liverpool called Olivia. She's amazing. I'll leave her Instagram in the description. But yeah, I go to her to get my hair done. So I do get balayage, which is obviously two different colours running through my hair. So it's my natural colour, and then I do get a bit of blonde put through the bottom. But this would be like a horrible lilac colour with like kind of brassy blondes going through the bottom. It just didn't look great. So once I eliminated not overusing purple shampoo out of my routine, my hair was just, it was kind of like the thickness was coming back again, and I could see more of a shine in my hair. It wasn't looking really dull and frizzy, and that really helped eliminate frizz too. Olaplex. If you've not heard of Olaplex, where have you been? But it's basically, this is the brand, and I have number 3. So this is a repairing and strengthening sort of serum for your hair, but you can leave it in for days at a time, weeks at a time if you really want to. But because I've got naturally curly hair, sometimes what I'll do is when my hair feels in between washes, I will get the Olaplex, about a 10p size in my hand, and I'll go like this through the scalp, massage it all into the scalp, because this is kind of aimed at the new hair that's growing through. You really want to focus it onto that rather than the ends, but you can obviously put it everywhere. So I'll massage that into my head. I'll wet my hair, dampen it before I do that, and then I'll comb it with a wet brush. These as well, unreal, especially for curly hair. You will not feel any sort of yank, or it won't get caught in the curls. Trust me, these are just the best invention ever. I don't know what it is that makes it so, it just doesn't rip your hair out basically. So I love wet brushes. So in the shower when my hair's wet, or I'll just dampen it before I'm about to wash my hair, or just in between washes a few days before I'm going to wash my hair, I'll brush my hair with this, dampen it, and then I'll put this Olaplex in, and then I'll leave Olaplex in for days at a time, sometimes a week. Or even if I'm going out and my hair's like this, you can just scrunch it in the ends of your hair. So whilst you're going out or going to the shops or whatever, it's repairing your hair. So that's a quick way of having a nice little treatment on your head at all times. Sometimes I'll use Olaplex number 6, I think it is. So this is a bond smoother. So it says here, it's a leave-in reparative styling cream. It reduces frizz, nourishes and protects. I put a tiny amount of this in. You only need a little bit, and then I'll scrunch that into my ends when my hair's semi-wet, semi-dry. So I'll put that into the ends and scrunch it. And this really helps to define my curls as well, I've noticed. These two, I'd say, are great at eliminating frizz. they're just amazing, especially for us curly girls. Another number 3. And this as well, the Olaplex number 7 bonding oil. So this is great. I think you can use this as a heat protectant as well, but I've gone through a lot of this. But yeah, I'll just use this, same again, on wet or dry hair. Scrunch it in at the end, focusing it sometimes on these bits, obviously not going too near the root because it'll go greasy, but this is really great and it smells nice as well. I love the smell of Olaplex. And then something that I use for, this is a 10-in-1 hair perfector. So it's called Not Your Mother's, the brand. This is also vegan and cruelty free. And it says on the back it has 10 instant benefits. It adds body, it detangles, it adds shine, protects, moisturises, controls frizz, it repairs dry hair, heat protecting, mends split ends and creates silkiness. So this just says apply to clean, towel dried hair, style as usual, and it can also be used on dry hair. So again, I kind of use this as a little salt spray as well. When I do choose to put heat on my hair, or I have to put heat on my hair for work, I'll just run this through the ends, and even quite near to the top sometimes I find this doesn't make my hair greasy. This is great because then you're just protecting your hair at the same time and you're eliminating the frizz. When my hair is wet, I'll obviously brush all of the knots out when it is wet, and this is a wet brush, so you can brush your hair when it's wet with this. Don't come for me. But yeah, so I'll brush my hair when it's wet with this, when I've just come out of the shower, and that's obviously when I've either used the Shea Butter shampoo and conditioner or the Maria Neela. And then I'll put my hair up in a towel and I'll leave that in for about half an hour, maybe, not so it's completely dry, but just in between it being semi-dry, semi-wet. And then I'll take it out of the towel and then I'll give it a quick brush again. And as well, when I do, some people say, oh, you shouldn't brush your hair if you want to get naturally defined curls when you're coming out the shower or when it's wet. But I find if I don't brush it, my hair kind of look tangled together, and I feel like that's what makes it look frizzy, for me personally anyway. So I'll brush my hair when it is wet with this when I get out the shower, because I do think that's what helps my curls the most, if that makes sense, but it could be different for you. It's air drying and it is kind of dry, kind of wet, it's in between. That's when I'll go in with this Shea Moisture I can't say, it's such a tongue tie, but that's when I'll go in with the Shea Moisture styling lotion, and I'll just put a little bit onto the back of my hand, part it down the middle, and then I'll kind of separate my hair like this, and I'll get the cream and I'll just focus it for about 2 to 3 minutes each sort of layer, focusing it on the bottom, and then I'll work my way to the middle and then the front, and then I'll flip my hair over like this, so it's all in front of my face, and then I'll do the same again, and I'll literally just keep it. Can be a bit boring, but I just either watch YouTube or listen to some music, or just when I'm walking around the house or whatever, watching telly, I'll just keep doing that. And I think doing that, it just triggers your hair to remember its old curling pattern, and I think that's what's really helped my hair, especially with work and having so much heat on it all the time. I thought my curls were just ruined forever, but they're not, they're back to normal, and I do think these products have all massively helped. Other thing, I think this is one of the main things that have really helped my thickness come back, just the overall look and texture of my hair. I think this has really helped. Coconut oil, it can be it's a bit controversial, isn't it? Like, some people love it, some people hate it, but I use this completely organic rosemary oil, and obviously this on its own is really potent, so you can't just put this straight onto the skin. It does need to be with a carrier oil, so that's where the coconut oil comes into it. A few days before I'm about to wash my hair, or about 5-10 minutes before I wash my hair, I'll just put a few drops of this into my palm, say 5 to 6 drops, and then I'll get a scoop of coconut oil and then rub it together in my hand. It can be quite messy, and obviously oil does stain, so you've got to be careful, but I'll just rub it into my palms, and I'll just get my fingers and my palms and just basically, I'll just show you. So I do this and I just massage my scalp all round my hair like this, and I'll do that for about 5 to 10 minutes, leave it in my hair. I'll wrap it up, or if it's a few days before I'm about to wash my hair, I'll just brush it into a low scraped tight bun. Really been helping me. I'm not too sure what it is that makes it so miraculous but it has really helped me, and it's helped stimulate the growth to my hair again, and just the overall look and texture of my hair, like I said before. But yeah, I think that's it really. I've gone through my shampoo, my favourite shampoos and conditioners, which is the Shea Moisture brand and the Maria Neela, so I'll kind of switch between them, or if one's running out I'll just flip to the other one and vice versa. Obviously the heat protectant of this, it's also a styling sort of product, I'd say, as well. 10-in-1 hair perfector, so it's also a styling product, and the things that I said on the back as well, it detangles, it's great for split ends, it protects your hair from heat, all that stuff. It's amazing at defining your actual curls, for me, I think anyway. Obviously the Olaplex, so the Olaplex number 6 bond smoother, that's obviously for more, so say if you're styling your hair, or you're straightening your hair, or you're just having your hair like this, just a little tiny bit into the ends and into the front, it really helps to define and hold your curls. The number 3, this is more of a kind of reparative mask, so you want to leave this in your hair for about 20 minutes 30 minutes before you're washing it out, or you can leave it in for a week, or just when you go into the shop, just into the ends. I love Olaplex, I think that's just been kind of a saving grace in my routine as well. This is really good. Again, like I said, I think it's like a mini heat protecting. Obviously it's really good for styling, when you've straightened your hair, when you've waved your hair with a tongue or a wand, and like now for example with just your natural curls, this is really good at helping define your curls and making your hair look really shiny. And split ends as well, I feel like it's really good at just closing the ends of your hair. Can't forget the wet brush as well. I swear by this, especially for curly haired girls. You don't want to be ripping your hair out, or when you do get a knot, I just kind of go from the bottom and then I slowly work my way up all the way to the root, and I can brush my hair within 10 seconds with this brush now, maybe 20 seconds with this brush now, and it's just a dream. It is really just a dream. I love wet brushes. You can get any rosemary oil online. I would say be careful where you're purchasing your oils from, because online or at Amazon or anything like that, people can add nasty things into the oils, so you want to make sure you're getting it from a good brand, so just bear that in mind before you are purchasing it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this has been somewhat helpful to any of you curly haired girls out there. These are just the products that have really helped me. Yeah, if you'd like any more videos, please let me know which ones you'd want to see in the future, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon.